In a busy city lived a boy named Rian. He was 16. Smart, quick, full of ideas. But he had one problem: he was always late. Late for school. Late for homework. Late for everything. His teachers said, "Rian, you are talented but careless." His friends joked, "You live in your own time zone." Even his mother sighed, "Son, life doesn't wait for anyone." Rian always laughed it off. He said, "Relax, I'll do it later." But later never came. One day, his science teacher announced a big project. Build something that can make life easier. It was an inter-school competition. The winner would get a full scholarship. Rian was excited. He wanted to build something no one had ever seen. He decided to make a smart clock. A clock that could plan your day and remind you before every task. He told his best friend, "This clock will fix my time problem forever." At first, everything went great. He built the base. He added sensors and a small screen. But then, as usual, he got distracted. One day he forgot to charge the battery. The next day, he played games instead of testing. Soon, the deadline was close, and the clock still didn't work. The night before submission, Rian sat staring at the half-finished clock. His table was messy. His eyes were tired. For the first time, he felt scared. He whispered, "Maybe everyone was right. Maybe I really can't finish anything." Just then, the electricity went off. Darkness filled the room. He looked at the lifeless clock in front of him, its hands frozen at 12 o'clock. It almost looked like time had stopped for him. He sat there in silence. And then he remembered something his mother once said. "Time doesn't need fixing, son. You do." Those words hit deep. Rian stood up, lit a candle, and took a deep breath. "I'll finish this," he said. "Not tomorrow. Not later. Now." He worked the whole night. No breaks. No phone. No distractions. He tested wires, checked circuits, tightened screws. When his hands shook, he pressed them together and whispered, "Stay focused. One step at a time." Slowly, the clock began to glow. Its screen flickered to life. The small gears started turning. When the first ray of sunlight entered his room, the smart clock beeped for the first time. Rian laughed and cried at the same time. He had done it, not because of talent, but because, for the first time in his life, he didn't give up halfway. At school, everyone was surprised. The judges loved his project. They asked, "How did you come up with this idea?" Rian smiled and said, "I built it to remind me of something. That time is never the problem. Our focus is." He won first prize. But more than the award, he won something bigger. Control over himself. From that day, he started changing small habits. He woke up early. He finished his homework on time. He kept promises, to others and to himself. And slowly, everything around him began to change. His grades went up. His parents smiled more often. And his teacher told the class. Rian fixed his time, by fixing his mind. Years later, when he became a real engineer, he kept that same clock on his desk. It didn't just show time. It reminded him of a night when he refused to quit. If you ever feel like you're running late in life, remember Rian's story. Time isn't your enemy. It's waiting for you to focus.